Hello guys. Hello guys. Um, Let me just remove the banner. Not this one. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. How are you guys? Um. Okay. Let's wait a couple of minutes so people can join. Can you hear me? Right. Is the volume okay on the mic? Mm, okay. Okay. So today we're going to build well, first of all, see how a booking flights and hotel API works. In this case, we will be using Amadeus. I don't know if you know this API, but basically they are a distributor company that allows you to get bookings for flights and hotels and cars and all that stuff. So if you want to build, for example, a website or a search engine for flights, you can use their API to search for the flights, get the offers, the prices, well, actually booking the flights. And today we're going to see how it works, how we can use the API, and a simple implementation of the API in our code or web application. Can anyone please confirm the volume is okay? Because sometimes with headphones, it sounds a little bit uh, down volume. Well, okay. You can ask me any question and suggest anything. So, okay, we're going to start. This is the website. You can okay. Volume is great. Okay, thanks, Mike Yank 5. Hope you doing fine. Okay, so this is the website. You can search on Google, just Amadeus.com, and here you can okay, okay, or just Amadeus self-service API, because there's two types of API, the self-service one and the enterprise. In this case, we're going to use the self-service one because the enterprise is for big companies and you need like, can you put the link? Yeah, sure. Okay. Um, there you go. Okay. So now we're going to see how you can register and get the tokens and how to make the requests. But basically, there's a couple. Self-service API is the one we're going to be using. It's for small projects and for startups, or well, so for startups you can use the enterprise one, and for personal projects in this case. The enterprise API, you need to get some custom quota from the company because they offer more services like um, I don't know, discounts on the flights and all that stuff. But in this case, we're going to use the self-service one. So you get started. So if you don't have an account, just register. In this case, I have an account, but if not, just Amadeus self-service API. Okay. Okay, so you just click here, just register like a normal registration form with your name, last name, email, the password. And this will be necessary to get like the tokens, as you know. Um, so yeah, once we get the account, we well actually if you use Postman, yeah, in this case I already have an example. But if not, you just go to collections. Let's see if we can add a new collection. You just search here, all Postman. just Amadeus. Oh, okay. I'm not sharing the other screen. Okay, sorry. Okay. Presents start screen. Okay, presents share screen, entire screen. Okay, so this is the right one. Sorry guys, I was system preferences. Okay. Well, okay. Present share screen. Entire screen window. The Postman. Okay, I have to. Okay, I need to get some permission. I don't know if you can reconnect to this one. Sorry, guys. System preferences. Reopen. Okay, guys. I'm so sorry. I had to reopen Google Chrome because I need some permission. I'm so sorry. Okay, so uh, window entire screen. Okay, so now we can show you the entire screen. Okay, so here in Postman, you just search Amadeus, and you can see there's a collection called Amadeus for Developers, and this collection you just add it to your Postman, and there you'll find all the links, the API requests, and how well all the links. You can also find it in their website. If you go to, like, say, Google Chrome, okay, Amadeus.com. Okay, you can sign in. Okay, login. It's okay, self-service. Okay, so you go here into your accounts, and you can create a new project. Let's say not this one, self-service. Okay, so for example, I have three. This is just a demo, and let's see. We have the Global Hack Week one. To create one, you just create new app, put the name Global Hack Week 2 API tests. Okay, create, and you'll find an API key and an API secret. In this case, there's no problem sharing it because after the stream, I'll be just deleting the space work. So here you have the API key and the secret one, and how we can use it to make requests. And in the API collection, you'll find let's see, okay, it's bigger. Okay, you have 5 folders. The authorization, the air, the hotel, destination, content, and trip. Okay, first of all, let's start with this one. This one is basically just to get a token. There's a token we need, barrier token that we need to make the requests, and it has a time limit. So for example, let's say we want to get this token. We just go here. Did you find this one in Postman, or do you need any help with that? Please, anything, just ask me in the comment table. So yeah, the token, and here in the body, there's the client ID and the client secret. These two, we have to replace them with. I missed the step. How do we get here? Okay, so how do we get here? This is just a collection in Postman to be able to make the request, just to see how the API works. And if you go here at the top, the search bar in Postman, I don't know if you use it, but basically it's called Postman. Yeah, Postman. In the search bar, you just search Amadeus, and in the results, you will find this one, theme profile called Amadeus for Developers. And once you click here, you get into this tab. And here there's Amadeus for Developers and Amadeus for Developers Public Workspace. We will be using this one, the private one. And here we are. This is the step I think you missed. And here you'll find the 5 folders. And yeah, as I said, you need a barrier token to make all the requests. And this barrier token, we need to get it with this request to test.apiamadeus.com version 1 security OAuth 2 token. And in the body, here there's params, authorization headers on the body. You'll be asked the client ID and the client secret. And where do we find this client ID and client secret? In your page in Amadeus, when you register, let's say you just registered, you're in this page with your account, and you just go to my self-service workspace here, and here you can create a service apps. In this case, I created this one, Global Hack Week 2 API test. And when you click it, you can get the API key and the API secret. In this case, I have no problem showing it because after the stream, I'll be deleting this workspace and it's usable. And yeah, what we do with this API key and secret, we just copy the API key, hit copy, and we paste it here. And with the client secret, disclaimer, don't share the API secret with anyone, never. I'm doing it because I know I'll be deleting this workspace, but don't do it. Okay, let's see. Okay, with this one. Okay, so we have the token, and let's try creating the fork. Oh, okay, okay, you need to create a fork. Yeah. When you want to click send, there's this message, create a fork, because you cannot obviously change the workspace, the collection, the official one. So you just create a fork. Let's call it Global Hack Week fork test for collection. Okay. Okay. So yeah, basically it's the same one, just it's a fork. It's not the original one. So get access token again, body. Yeah, we need to introduce it again here because we've lost the changes. Okay, the client ID, and let's copy the API secret. Okay, so we make the request, and as you can see, you'll have a response with your email and the client ID, the token, and okay, this is expired in. This is the expiration. I don't know. I think it's in seconds. Because if you, I think it's in seconds. And how do we know how many times, how many seconds do we have? So this is the excess token. Okay, so this is what we need to make the request. We just copy this, and we can go to get token information. Just pass this, yeah, just pass here the token, and you will get the information. Okay, so it says expiring 1776, and if we refresh it, 68, and we 65, 63. I think it's in seconds. So you have 1,800 seconds, and that's, yeah, 30 minutes. Yeah, technically you have 30 minutes for every token. So yeah, after, well, I will show you later on the code how to create a function to get this automatically updated, this token. So there's no need, you need to just do it again, just in case. Okay, so here we have token. It's not expired yet. So if we want to make a request, for example, air, there's hotel, destination, content, and trip. Okay, let's start with this one, air. What's air? Here basically it's all the requests and URLs and all the information we need to make the request for flights and all related with air. So okay, this, okay, let's say scenario. Oh, okay, this is, I think it's just a test. Okay, so you can check this one if you want later. It's just a work step, I think, for beginners, but in this case we will not be using it. Okay, search and shopping. Basically, it's all the searches you can do, and the shoppings. It's the bookings you can do for flights and air related businesses. In this case, just air, because there's no space. There's no spacecraft tickets yet. So yeah, flight offer search. Basically, you search for the offers. As you can see, there's the get request and the post one. It's the same. You get the same result. It's basically different if you want to use one or another. In this case, for the example and to make it more simple, we'll be using the get one and the flight offer search, and then the flight offers price. Because when you search for flights in with this API, um, the flights mostly the most common websites for flight search, they are cached. They use cache, so the you're not just getting all the prices all the time from the airline. So for example, maybe you experience this, but sometimes on some websites when you search for flight, like I don't know, just Barcelona, Paris, and when you go to the payment to I don't know, to use your debit card or credit card, you get the price updated, and you're like, okay, this is a scam. They're trying to rip me off. The price was $60, not 65, and that's because in that step they get the updated price for that flight, and depending on the availability, so you get a price or another. So that's why when you, and basically the flight offers price, this one is just to confirm that that price is the same, to see if maybe the prices may sometimes are lower, sometimes are higher. They're more higher than lower. Okay. um let's take in case that. But yeah, it's different because first of all you search for the flights, and then you search for the flight you want. For example, let's say the user selected flight, then you just confirm the price for that flight at that moment for that day specific. So, and then you get the up, the down, or normally it's still the same because the dates to catch the, it's not like 5 days ago. It's like 30 minutes or 25 minutes ago. So the price difference is not that high. The seed map display basically it's the yeah, displayment. You just select I don't know, it's called segments. Basically it's from, if you go into, I don't know, from uh Umadarti, not yet. You just made the setup for the API, for the API, but yeah, you can catch on that later. There's no problem. I was just explaining the different endpoints the API has and how we can use them. So, but yeah, there's no code yet, so you didn't miss out anything. Well, the API is called Amadeus for developers. If you just want to go and set up your account just to make some tests. So yeah, there you go. Okay, let's continue. Okay, the seed map. Okay, thank you. Okay, so the seed map display, basically you select a segment. A segment basically it's when you have I don't know, just a round trip, and you go from let's say from New York to Atlanta, and from Atlanta to Los Angeles, and then back. So every one of these steps is a segment. Okay, so you have an itinerary that is from New York to Los Angeles, and you're making a stop. So that stop is one part of the segment. So you have two segments from New York to Atlanta, and from Atlanta to Los Angeles, and then back. So you have four segments for a flight of two itineraries. It's a round trip. So and when you want to book a seat, for example, for a flight, you have to do it individually because it's different. Maybe the airplane is different from maybe it's an Airbus A320 and the other one is an A380. So you have different seats and different availability. So when you book seats, you book it for the segment itself, not for the whole flight. Because maybe you have a seat from New York to Atlanta, but that seat it's occupied from Atlanta to Los Angeles. So that's a thing to keep in mind. So if you have a flight with stops and you want to book seats, it will be more expensive because you're booking the segment, not the whole trip. Okay. Okay. This one is flights availability flight. So I think this one gets okay. So this one and the branded and the artificial intelligence ones are some there's some endpoints that live streams not tested in Discord, I guess. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. I was okay, like I was saying, yeah, there's some features in this case that you can use to, because Amadeus they have their own artificial intelligence analysis of the flights and all the routes, and you can search, for example, I don't know, the the most visited cities in these dates, and you get like a list, so you can do your, I don't know, bookings, and that's for people that maybe they don't know where to go, and they say, okay, I have a budget and I don't know, $500, and I wanted to spend it from since this day to this day, and it gives you some options. We'll be checking that later. Um, okay, and the airline routes, basically, it's you just search an airline code. Okay, so this is the thing. For the API, we need to know the exact airline code. So airline code, airline code. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's see if we can search for a list. Okay, okay. Let's see. AA stands for American Airlines, I think. Okay, it's AAL. Okay, so basically it's for to search for routes for a specific airline. Let's say you just want to travel with, I don't know, American Airlines or Boeing or I don't know, Blue. I think in the United States there's one called Blue something, Air Blue or something blue. And this one, AF, it stands for Air France. If there's any French people here, I think they know this airline quite good. And yeah, basically you say, okay, okay, let's test it. Let's see if our token is still valid. Don't worry, guys. This process of the token will be automated later, so there's no problem with that. We don't need to keep. Okay, so in this case, it's expired. I think it's not seconds, because 1,800 seconds. It was like 30 minutes. It was 30 minutes, and this one already expired, and we are not 30 minutes on. I think it's less, but no problem. You can just get another one. Yeah, just get another one. Okay, click here. This should not be expired. Okay, okay. So in this case, in the auth method, we'll be using barrier token, and we will be passing this here. Okay, send. Okay, so here we have the response. In this case, we just set a max parameter. We just want to see two routes. But basically, this means that this airline is available in these countries. So why we should be using this? I think, in my opinion, for example, if you want, I don't know, maybe you want to make all the requests to maybe you say you have an app. Let's say you have an app that a user can put their origin, for example, from Barcelona, and they want to go anywhere for $400 or 200. And this is maybe just to minimize the request you do, because if you know, for example, that some airlines are not available in some countries, you can just make the request avoiding these airlines, so you don't get like to make 3,000 requests, and just make the requests for the airlines that are available from an exact airport. But actually, Amadeus handles this very quick, very good with their still API. But maybe if you want to make it manually, I think that's why you have this option. And airport routes, basically, it's okay. It's the same example, but with airports and not airlines. Let's say, for example, you want to go from Barcelona and to anywhere. Okay, let's delete the max here. Header out. Let's use the bird token again. Okay, okay. So we have 172 results. Can you? Where are you from? Can you tell me a city, or where are you from? Let's see how many airports you can go from that city with Amadeus. Yeah, just you can comment like the city or the airport or anything. From India, Hyderabad. Okay, so let's see Hyderabad airport code. Okay, so this is the Hyderabad code. Okay, let's see. Let's see Hyderabad. For example, let's see, Barcelona. Barcelona, it's I'm from Barcelona anyway. Okay, 172. Hyderabad, 72. Okay, so if you want to go to anywhere from Hyderabad, you can go to all this uh, uh Ahmedabad. Well, I think maybe it's a city from the region. Okay, Chennai. Okay, Chennai. Let's see, Chennai. Let's see this one. Chennai Airport Code. MMA, Chennai International. I think it's this one. Okay, India. Okay, let's see. From Chennai, you can go to 66 airports, so you're lucky. And this is a list. Basically, it's three, well, four four fields. Um, just the type, location, it's always the same. Subtype, the city. Normally, it's you go from a city, so it will not change. And the name is the complete name and the YATA code. This is so important because all the requests you're going to do is with the YATA code. Even okay, so let's say you have a website and the user just puts they want to go from Barcelona. Okay, you can have in the background some checking, just a map or something, just to turn Barcelona into BCN, because that's how you're going to make the request. So it's not sorry, it's not a big deal at all. So okay, you have 66 and location Kudapa, Chittagong. Let's see. There's Chittagong. I think. Ah, okay, Bangladesh. Okay. So let's see. I don't know. Let's use CGB, Coimbatore, Coimbatore. Okay, let's see this one. Okay, so oh wow. So there's just only 9 airports you can go from this location. Um. Okay. This is CGB. Okay, it's not this one at all. Um. Okay, India. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Wow. Maybe it's a small airport, or actually, that doesn't mean that you cannot go to anywhere. Obviously. So there's 9. I think it's direct airports you can go, but you can take stops, any stops you want, and you obviously you can go to Bengaluru, and then from there to go to Hong Kong, and then to Dubai or anything. So yeah, I think most of these destinations are from India because maybe it's a small airport or you need to stop. So okay, so this is covered. Okay, let's see. Now let's say we want to go to Bengaluru from Barcelona, okay, or Hyderabad. I think Hyderabad was Hyderabad. Okay, okay, it's HYB. Okay, let's say I want to go from Barcelona to Bengaluru, and I'm just I sorry to Hyderabad, and I just want to go to your app and search for these flights and book them. Okay, so first of all, you have to do a search request, and this is where the interesting part comes. So you have the departure date. Let's say origin code BCN stands for Barcelona, and the destination HYD. It's Hyderabad Airport. So I want to go. The date is year, month, and date. So let's say I want to go in May, 9th of May. Okay, and return date. This you can leave it blank if you don't want a return date, but in this case we want a round trip. So if it's not a round trip, you just don't put a return date in. It will automatically just search for one trip. So we want to be there, I don't know, maybe 9 days. Okay, so it's one adult or two, let's say two. Max 5. Okay, so the max is for the max flights, the maximum. Actually, all this information you can find it here. If you okay, my developers self-service. Do you have any question, guys? Are you following up? Okay, let's see. There's a catalog. Cat. Say it started. If you have any question, just drop it. Started serious. Okay, now this is a YouTube tutorial thing. Let's see if we can find a catalog. How to test production. Serialization guide. Let's see here. Okay, so you can. How can I generate these results? Look like I missed a few steps. Okay. Umalatri. Umalatri. Sorry. Okay. Umalatri. To generate these results, basically you need two things: to be registered and to have a token. So, do you already have this Postman set up or not yet? If you don't have the Postman setup, you can just go here to the search bar and just put Amadeus, and you select Amadeus for developers. Okay, I just created the setup. Okay, so basically the link, let's say, I will share it here in the comment section, so you can all just copy and paste it into the Postman, and in the authority else, you just use barrier token, and here we introduce the one we got here. Okay, so if did you miss the token thing? Uh, oh, late. Yes, I missed the token one. Okay, so the token, you just go here into auth, access grant client credentials. Okay, and here you go to, well, you'll be selecting this one. In the body, you just put the client ID, client secret, and grant type. In this case, you just need the client ID and the client secret. And this information, you can find it here when you set up your account. You go to My Apps, here, self-service, My Apps, and then you create an app. And once you got the app, you just click on it, and you'll have here the API key and the API secret. So there's just you need these two. Okay. So the API key and the API secret, and then you just copy them and paste the client ID. You put the API key, and in the secret you put obviously the API secret, and that's it. And then you send the request here, and you will get this response. Like those. Okay. So and here you'll find the response and copy the access token. Is anyone else having problems with the setup? Because it's an important thing to to get done. Because if not, you cannot make a request at all. Because you'll need a token. Because yeah, as any API, they require a token. So okay, okay, take your time. I will continue explaining the search part. Okay, so let's get the new one, access token. Okay, token here. Okay, so Barcelona to Hyderabad, 9 of May till 18 of May 2023. And include airline codes. You can include all the airlines you just want to be searched. So in this case, we have no restriction because we don't mind. We just want the best prices. And then we hit send. And here you will have a response. Okay. So this is the response, how we get all the flight search. Well, in this case, let's just put one result so we don't get confused and we just get one flight, because if not, response is quite long. Okay, okay, let's close this one. Let's close this one. Let's close the segments. Okay, okay, I want to make it a little bit clearer just to explain it in the first place. Okay, so this is the response. So we search for for flights from Barcelona to Hyderabad from 9 of May till 18 of May. So for 2 adults, okay. So you can just put one, or I don't know, one adult, and you can add here children. I think there's children 0, and infants. Infants will be 0 too. But if you don't put it, it will assume it's 0. So just to make it redundant. Okay, let's see here. Air search, airline routes, offer search. Okay, so we are in this step. Okay, go to API references, and okay, I will share with you this one because here you can find all the. Okay, so infant here you'll find all the references. Okay, so you will find here all the references. In the travel class, you can also add economy, premium, business first. And if you don't search for, I don't know, if you don't add these params, it will automatically just put the economy one. And if you don't add infants, it will be 0. Children, it will be 0. And you have to add the required ones because it must be one adult, yes or yes, because you cannot book a flight without an adult. So yeah, and the max is the maximum number of flights. Here in this example, I set it to one because I just want one result, just to make it more clear for this example and to explain it every field. But yeah. Okay, so we got the response. Okay, and this number of bookable seats is the maximum number of seats we can book. Normally it's 7 or 9. It's the maximum in website. You can, I don't know, maybe if there's, I don't know, if you want to book maybe more. I don't know how. I think you cannot. If let's say, you know, eDreams, or okay, let's say American Airlines, just to make the example simple. Okay, let's see if we can book more from BCN to JFK. Adults, okay, 7. Okay, it's 7. The maximum. If you put 5 adults, it will allow you to put 2 children. But if you put 1 children, allows you to put 6, and then 0, and then you cannot put more. So yeah, the maximum is 7 for American Airlines too. There's a lot of website API. Can you take me through the next steps? Again, presentation error. Okay. What's created the API key. Okay, so once you get the API key, you just go here to access Grand Client credentials. Test.api.mws.com version 1 security OAuth 2 token. And you go to body, and then you set up the client ID and the secret. So these two is that once you got in the in the in your app site here, API key and API secret. You just copy those and paste the client ID here, the other one here, hit send, just get the access token, and just use the access token to make the request. So yeah. Okay, so in this case, yeah, it's the maximum is, as you can see, for American Airlines too, it's 7. I don't know why. Maybe it's IATA protocol or something. Just you can add book more, so you don't book the whole seats of the plane. Okay, so you have the itineraries. Basically, this is the 2 trips. As I explained you before, you got the from Barcelona to Hyderabad, and from Hyderabad to Barcelona. So these are the 2 itineraries we got here. If it's just one-way trip, if it's just one-way trip, you just okay, you'll just get one, and in this case it's 2. Okay, so the first one, okay, cool, got it. Okay, great. Okay, so the segments. Okay, so in every itinerary you will get 2 fields. The duration, it's based. Okay, let's see if I can put it bigger so you can see it. Can you read it correctly? I don't know if it's if you can see it correctly. Um, okay. Okay, so you have the duration. Basically, it's the time it will take for the whole flight, the whole segment. In this case, it's 18 hours 15 minutes. It's called, well, it's written like this, but it's basically um it's basically say it's okay, just so you can see it. It's basically, this is the result, but basically let's remove this. Okay, it will be just like this. So it's 18 hours 15 minutes. That's quite a long trip. So here you have the whole duration and the segments. So we go to the segments, and as you can see, there's 1, 2, and 3 segments. That means that we have to we have 2 stops basically, because we need to go from Barcelona to X and X to Hyderabad. So basically, it's 2 stops, but including the destination is just 1 stop that we do. So the first one will be from Barcelona to CDG. CDG is Charles de Gaulle, I think, from Paris. Let me confirm. It's the Paris one airport. Charles de Gaulle. Okay, so yeah, it's the Paris. So we have to go from Barcelona to Paris. It will be Air France. It will be an Air France career. The career code basically is the airline code, and the operating is the career code. It's it's not redundant in this case, because for example, there's sometimes that you have a trip with American Airlines, but that flight is operated by, I don't know, let's say Delta. So it's important, this data, because sometimes you get in your ticket like American Airlines, and the airplane is United Airlines plane. So it's important to keep it in mind. So okay, so you have Barcelona, the terminal, and the date, the hour. So it will be 9 of May at 6 a.m. 15. Well, I have it in Spain time zone, so um, uh, okay, great. It's Spain time zone, so it's in this case it's there's no problem with that, no confusion. And this is the number of the flight. In okay, so if you search for this flight code, Air France 1449, it's this flight, the 6:10 a.m. and it arrives at 8:05 a.m. In this case, okay, it's 5 minutes difference. Well, I think it's 10 minutes difference. 10. Okay, yeah, 5 minutes difference. Here it will be different that day, but yeah, let's consider it's in May, so maybe there's a different time. Okay, so the first segment, Barcelona to Paris. The Paris will be landing in the terminal 2F. So that's important thing to keep in mind. And at, it's basically the time we will be here. So we'll be getting from Barcelona to Paris from 6 a.m. and then arrive at 8 a.m. This will be the flight code. This is the airline and the duration. Okay, 1 hour 55 minutes. So this duration is part of the initial duration. This is 18 hours, 15 minutes. It's a sum of this one and all the other ones. Okay, number of stops. Okay, so there's 0 stops, obviously, because it's a segment, so there's no stops. Blacklisted in EU, basically, it's, yeah, as the name suggests, there's some countries that they are blacklisted in the European Union. I think Paris, sorry, France is not one of them, so it's false. Maybe if you try to go to Russia, maybe there's a blacklisted country, but I don't think it's, yeah, I think it's blacklisted. Okay, let's be clear, but yeah. Okay, so in the other segment, it's from Paris to Delhi, and this will be Oh, okay. So we have another one, I think, from Delhi to somewhere. Delhi to Hyderabad. Okay, so there's two stops actually. Yeah, there's two stops: Barcelona, Paris. From Paris to okay, let's just minimize this. Okay, okay. The second flight is from Paris to Delhi. Will be the same day from 10. So we have a stop of 2 hours to 25. So from Charles DW, let's, okay, keep in mind these changes because, for example, the departure code of the terminal is 2E and the landing it was 2F. So the passenger will need to go from terminal 2F to the 2. Okay, so 2F and the other one was, oh, okay, it's the same one. Sorry, I thought it was 2E. Okay, in this case, it's the same, but keep in mind sometimes it's different. So you need to tell the user that, okay, red disclaimer, it's not the same terminal. So when you land, don't be just sitting there waiting for the next flight. Just go to the other terminal. But yeah, just to keep in mind this because sometimes terminals change. And then you have the second flight. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's different. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. Yeah, it's different. So the landing is 2F, and when you go from Paris to Delhi, it's 2E. Okay, so yeah. So keep in mind, maybe sometimes it's the same building, sometimes it's different building. It depends on the airport and how terminals are distributed. But in this case, maybe it's just the same airport, but just, I don't know, maybe a mile south. Okay, so we get to New Delhi, 9 of May at 10 p.m. So it's 8 hours 35 minutes flight. That's quite a lot. So this is local. I think this is local. Yeah, because it's 12 hours, 12. 4 or 5 hours. Okay, so yeah, maybe New Delhi, Delhi time. Hello, hi, 4044, not found. How you doing? Delhi time, so it's 20. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. It's 4 hours. 4 hours difference, 4.5 hours difference. So yeah, it makes sense. So this time is local. So we will be there at 22:35 local in Delhi, in Terminal 3. Okay, the career will be AF, Air France 2, so there's no problem with that. And the duration will be 8 hours 35. Blacklisted, not at all. So yeah, here we have the second flight. Okay, so the first one is Barcelona to Paris, Paris to New Delhi. Well, Delhi, I think it's different, New Delhi than Delhi. Yeah, must be different, I think. Sorry for my ignorance. I've never been to India. I wish, but not yet. Um, but yeah, it's one absolutely one of the countries I have in the bucket list. Okay, let's continue. Now we are in Delhi and we need to go to Hyderabad. And there's a flight the next day at 1:50 a.m. Well, it's next day, but actually it's the night of 9th of May. So maybe we need to wait like 4 hours because we arrived at 10:50. Well, 10:50, I think. Uh, okay, we arrived at 10:35. 10:35. So yeah, it will be just 4 hours, 4.5 hours of stop, and then we take the plane to Hyderabad. It will be okay. So this is the thing. You have Air France, the career. Uh, 6E. Oh, okay. Yata, the signature. Uh, in an Indigo flight number other than just being an international address registration. Okay. I don't know. Maybe it's a different airplane from I don't know, some company. But yeah. Um, this is important because some I don't, but some people are like really, like I just need to go with this airlines or with these ones, and they just want like the X airline because they like the most. Well, they like sorry the service or how they work. So there's no problem with that. It's acceptable. So this kind of filters you can add them. For example, if you have a website, you can just put a filters like this airline, this, and just update the results and just get that results from the particular airlines. Okay, so we have all the segments here. We have we covered the segments and the itineraries. So this is the first itinerary. It's just how we can go to Hyderabad. Okay, so let's keep in mind that we have to come back. Sometimes it's the same route, like Hyderabad, Delhi, Delhi, Paris, and Paris, Barcelona. But sometimes it's different. Okay, so keep that in mind. Um, okay, covered. Now we have the first itinerary. Okay, so let's go to the second one. This is the return. Okay, so in this case, the same Hyderabad Delhi with KL. I think it's KLM air, air, airline airline code. KLM. Okay, it's KLM. Okay, so it's KLM. It's not Air France anymore. Career code is 68. I don't know what they mean. Maybe it's another company. And okay, so Hyderabad to Delhi, Delhi to Amsterdam. Okay, so right now it's different. That's why KLM. Okay, I understand. Delhi to Amsterdam, and Amsterdam to Barcelona. Okay, so it's been different. It's not the same. And this will be say 2 hours, the other one 9 hours and a half, and the other one 2 hours and 10. So in total, it must be 18 hours of flight. That's 18 hours of flight. Keep that in mind too. Okay. Um, just so yeah, I think it's in flight because one is 18 hours just to go to Hyderabad, and the other one is 20 hours. Maybe it's because Amsterdam, maybe it's far away than Paris, and that 1 hour have difference or something. So yeah, it's 20 hours of to come back and 18 hours and a half to apparently the outside charges to go from London. JFK. Yeah, actually, Uma Umadati. Sorry if it's mispronounced. I'm so sorry. Yeah. There's a company called Tap Portugal. It's like 300 euros to go to Boston, and but there's a stop in Lisbon in Lisboa, from Barcelona. I can tell, and I think it's it's the cheapest flight I've booked to the United States ever. It was like 300 euros. I don't know in dollars, maybe 330 or yeah 330 or something. So yeah, and it was round trip 300. So yeah, there's some great discounts. Um, okay, so we have covered the itineraries. Let's go to the most important thing, the price. Okay, what will cost us to go from this place to this place? In this case, it will be 1,603. Okay, so this is the price for the two people. I think yeah, two adults. So for one, it will be 1,603. It will be 800. Okay, it's not that bad. Considering yeah, yeah, really. It was it was not that long the trip, but yeah, it was I think the cheapest one ever. Okay, so let's say 800 euros for the round trip for both. Sorry, for one person, both 1,603. There's some important information. This is the base price. Okay, so like the base, I think it's the airline price. It's 936. Okay, okay. This is an important thing because airports and booking flights at a great business because sometimes you get the ticket for I don't know 20 euros, and of that 20 euros 12 are taxes. Okay, it's I don't know if in other countries, but in Spain it's quite there. Okay, so you have amount, zero, supplier. This will be changing depending on what you're booking or mostly the airline and what they charge you, and the supplier basically to issue a ticket. For example, you need they call it a consolidator basically, and if you want to issue a ticket, you have to be a registered entity like for that specific, or you can find a ticket consolidator. It's not that difficult. You can find it, and they issue the tickets for you, and you just pay like very small fee for that ticketing, so you don't have to do all the process. So yeah, so the grand total is what all the taxes and the tickets and all that that the user will pay. Okay, so it's all included. Also take in mind that depending on how you charge this 1,600, this is in euros. You can change this. I think it's currency or yeah, there's a currency. Okay, currency code. If you just add this here and put USD, okay, you can search by USD or whatever. Here is so for, I think in India you have a rupee. Okay, Indian rupee. So you just put INR in the currency code here in the request, INR, and the results will display in your currency. So okay, in this case, yeah, INR. I know the price of the rupee right now against the euro. Um, I don't know. I have no idea. Uh, okay, it's 1 cent, 1.1 cent. Wow. Okay. Uh, well. Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. So yeah, if you are from India, for example, it costs a lot of money. Yeah. Maybe it's because of the dates. There's cheapest dates. I think from Barcelona to India, it's not that expensive. Maybe um, yeah, Hyderabad. But maybe if you go to Delhi, it's I don't know, 600 euros round trip. So it's not that bad. So it's India. I think it's like I don't know, 4 or 5 thousand kilometers. So I don't know in miles because I don't we don't use miles here. Okay, so we got the price 1,603 for 2 people to go from Barcelona to Hyderabad round trip. Okay, so now what we need to keep in mind is that, for example, if you want to use Stripe or just to get the payment or PayPal, or you can also you can accept like cryptocurrency, for example. In this case, maybe the transaction fees will be lower than if you use PayPal. PayPal, I think it's quite expensive. There's some alternatives like Stripe. Let's see Stripe what they charge. Okay, I have it in Spanish. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. See if I can change it to English so you can catch with that. Translate, not translate to a language. Okay, English. Okay, rates. Okay, maybe if I use en stripe.com. Okay, no problem. Okay, en. Okay. Um. Okay, so you go to the fees. Well, the rates. Sorry. And I think they charge 1.9% or something of the transaction. It's, in my opinion, it's quite a lot. 1.5 plus 0.25 cents. 25 cents. You're to okay, 25 cents. It's just to make an idea. It's 22.3 rupees. Plus 1.5% of the transaction. In my opinion, it's quite high because if you have a 200 euros ticket, it's not that high because it's 3 euros, 3.25. And if you have a platform, for example, um, just to search engine for flights, you can maybe if this is the price you get from Amadeus. Okay, so if you, for example, search for the same flight, the same route, the same hour, or and whatever in the official websites, maybe you'll get 1,700. Okay, so because that platform's charge, they I don't know, their percentage of the flight. Maybe if the flight's 100, they get the flight ticket from 100 from Amadeus, and they sell it for 105. So they get these 5 euros, dollars, or rupees or whatever. So that's important to keep in mind. And if you have a platform, you can charge maybe 1,700 and you get this 100 euros of profit. And with this 100 euros of profit, you can pay the Visa Mastercard transaction. If you use Bitcoin or Binance Pay, Binance, I don't know if you're familiar with Binance. If you're into crypto, you 100% 100% know Binance. So you can use Apple Pay. I think Apple Pay, they don't charge anything. They don't charge a fee, I think. I'm not sure, but I think they don't charge anything to use Apple Pay to pay. So that's a good alternative. And you can, yeah, you can just play with the prices here. Okay, price options. Let's see. Published. Okay, this is the type of licensing airline code. It's Air France traveler pricing. Okay, so here you have the price section in for the passengers. Why is this? This is because in this case you'll have the same result for both because they are both adults. But if you have an infant or children, they don't pay the same as an adult. So maybe okay. In this case, okay, as I told you before, let's hide this. It's okay. Price. So this is the first adult. Okay. It's travel ID. It's the number one. Fare option standard. Travel type adult. Currency euros. You can change this as I told you. If you change it here in the request, you'll get all the results in the currency you selected. And total is 801. Okay, this is what I was telling you. 468 is the base price. All the other I don't know 335 or 33 it's 333 or whatever. It's taxes and fees for the airport or the company or the country or whatever. Okay, so okay, so the base price basically is, for example, in the paying section of the flight, you would just put I don't know this is the total cost of your flight. 400 base price, 200 taxes, 100 days, and 200 days. Okay, and this is the fare details by segments. This is for passenger, okay? Because you can use this to play, and maybe you want some you want a seat for the passengers, but not the whole flight, as I told you before. Just a segment. For example, you want to get a seat from Barcelona to Paris and from Paris to Delhi, but then you don't mind, so you can just book them in separate. That you have by segment. Segment ID one. The first traveler is economy, fare basis. This is light, class L. Well, this is nomenclature for Amadeus. You can search this for more information in the website. Just put fare. This can be changed later on, and just get instead of economy, first class, or whatever. So this is the segments. Okay, there's 6 segments because there was three to go and 3 for the round trip. So you have Barcelona to Paris, Paris New Delhi, and New Delhi to well, not New Delhi, sorry, to Delhi, I think, yeah, Delhi, and from there to Hyderabad. So it's the round trip. So 6 segments per passenger to make this flight. Okay. So here you have the first passenger, and the second one will be the same, exactly the same, because they're adults. Let's try with the children and infant. Okay, one and one adult. One adult. Okay, let's search for this one. Access token expired. Okay, no worry about these guys. We'll be getting another one later in the code. We'll be having a function to generate this token automatically, so we don't have to keep generating in hand. Okay, else we just changed this. send. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we covered this one. We covered this one. There is covered prices. Okay, this is the interesting when the interesting part comes. Fees. Okay, price, traveler prices. Okay, so these are the travelers. We have an adult in this case. It will be the same price, 801 euros for the total. Let's say the children, it's 685 instead of 801 because the child pays less. Okay, and here we have the held infant. Okay, it's 65 euros basically because I don't know in if all the companies, but normally the child is like I sorry, the infant is basically baby. So it doesn't take a seat. Actually, you just hold it, or maybe they sometimes give you a straight. Just to hold. I don't have a baby. I'm 23, so I'm not still. But yeah, sometimes they just give you a strap. So that's why it's 65. Okay, because you don't have a baby in a seat, you just take it with you and maybe hold it. Maybe holding a baby for 9 hours in a flight, it's not the best idea. But maybe I don't know how they travel. uh, I say held because it's called held infant, the travel type. uh, but I saw some people in some flights holding the baby, but I don't know for long trips if they have any kind of resting seat for the baby or something. But yeah, it's just 65.42 euros. The base price is 48, and the other 17 euros. It's expenses and all that stuff. Okay, so okay, the dictionary. How can we check for first class or business class? Okay, so okay, to search for, there's a code here called, let's see, travel class. Okay, so this travel class, you can just add it here, called travel class, and here you can select, let's say, business class. Okay, travel class, business, search. Let's see if there's anything available. Okay, let's see the prices. Maybe you'll notice a difference. Okay, it's 4,740. So the 1,500 turned into 4,700. So that's the difference. 3,200 euros to go business. And as I saw, there's changes. Okay, this flight is the same one. This one is the same one, but I think there's Hyderabad, Mumbai. Okay, so this is different because the other one was Hyderabad to Delhi, and from Delhi to Amsterdam, and this one is to Bombay. These are how expensive. Yeah, yeah. 4,000. I don't know. That's the business. Let's see the first class. Okay, just to see. It was 4,300, I think. Okay, let's go to the prices. The interesting part, traveler pricing. Okay. Wow, it's 17,800. 17,800 euros. That okay. I'd rather to go to economy. Actually, there's premium economy, business, and first. But yeah, it's how expensive. It's nearly 18,000 euros. 18,000 euros for, it's, let's see how many rupees. It's 1,600,000 rupees. Yeah, you'll need to book a lot of flights with a lot of commissions to be able to get that flight. Yeah, that's just a round trip for a children, an adult. Let's see an adult. Okay, only the adult is paying 8,000. Yeah, 8,000. The child is paying 8,000. Oh, okay. In this case, the children and the adult are paying the same. Okay, let's see the baby. How much she's paying? 742. Okay, yeah, fair enough, but it's still expensive. In this case, we're just going economy. Okay, in this case, if you don't select any, it's economy. Just economy. Okay, let's see. There's okay. So let's say, for example, you don't want. Let's search for first, but instead of stops, we want a flight without stops, like nonstop. Okay, there's this field called nonstop. We can add it here. Yeah, we're not gonna use this. Nonstop, sure. Okay, so this. Okay, there's no. Yeah, because Hyderabad maybe. Let's try Delhi. Because Hyderabad maybe you need stops. Okay, Delhi. There's no nonstop. Let's see JFK. JFK nonstop from Barcelona to non. Okay, it's nonstop. Sure. Okay, let's delete this one. Okay, so there's no first class flights this day from Barcelona to New York. Um, to New York. But yeah, we can find an economy one. So this one, as you can see, it will have maybe two segments. Well, no, just one segment because actually it's Barcelona to JFK, so it's a direct flight. So you just have two itineraries, the because it's a round trip, and the flight back is from JFK to Barcelona. So yeah, it kind of makes sense. Okay, so the price it's 1,006. Okay, the adult is paying 478. Okay, that's fair enough from Barcelona to New York. In May, 400. Let's say we don't mind if there's stops. Okay, so non-stops false, so we don't mind. Let's see how much an adult will be paying in this case. Okay, it's taking a while sometimes. Okay. Okay, so this is a stop. Let's see the price. 402 euros. Okay, that's fair enough. It's let's see how many rupees. 400 400 euros. It's 35,700 rupees. 35,000. Yeah, nearly 36,000 rupees. I don't know because obviously the it's not the same the wage in Spain or United States or in India. So I don't know if it's fair enough, but yeah, 400 for the wages here is quite good. Yeah, it's a round trip flight so to the United States. So yeah, it's kind of fair. Maybe in July or August it's quite more expensive, but yeah, just in May, it's quite good. Okay, let's say we want to book this flight. Okay, here it comes. This okay, this is the dictionary. Basically, it doesn't mind because it just tells you, for example, 333. It means Airbus A330 300. 32N is Airbus A320 Neo. So you don't need this information actually, the dictionary, because once we have you have the code, you can just create a dictionary. Let's say you have an app, so you just create a dictionary with um, all the codes set up once, and you'll be using it once and once and once again. Okay, so you can check it, but yeah, SK is Scandinavian Airlines. JFK stands for New York City. in the US, you can use it, but in this case, we will not be using it. Okay, so let's say you have okay, let's put to the max 2. Okay, well 3. Okay, so we will be getting 3 flights from with this criteria. Okay, Barcelona to JFK. These dates, non-stop falls. That means that we don't mind that there's stops, and we get all these offers. Okay, this offer, it's ordered by the less expensive one to the most expensive. So yeah, here we have 3 offers. Let's say we like the first offer. Okay, this one, JFK to CPH, I think it's Copenhagen. Airport, Copenhagen. Yeah, Copenhagen. Um, okay, so let's say we want this flight. Okay, so we want to confirm. Once we have the flight, we have to confirm that the price is still the same. Okay, how we do that? There's we can just copy the first one. Okay, the whole strike. We just copy it, and in the offer flight offers price here, made in the body. Oh, okay, so you can put it here. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think this one is okay. This one is not necessary at all. Okay. In the ELF, we'll be using the barrier token. I mean, is anybody able to register for Amadeus? Were you able to register? Do you have any problem? 666 Ed. Once again, you can just go. Okay, let's say live self-service. You just have to go here and hit register here. Yeah, India is available. Just put your first name, last name. It's unusual sign up. Okay, so here we have the offer. Okay, what this means that we have no errors. So there's no errors at all. So that means that we can book this flight because there's no price changes or and it's available. Okay, so once we are here, we get this. Okay, let's say for example, the price was changed. Okay, let's say in this case, we okay. Let's say in this case, the request it's like 900. Okay, and let's see. Okay, we get a message here saying that the actual price or fare basis for some passengers is different from requested ones. That means that this one that we requested, the prices went down or up. Okay, so here you have to see, because sometimes maybe the user found the perfect flight and said and he says, okay, I want to buy this flight. Boom, and the prices goes down. Okay, so you have to update that price and say to the user, hey, you're not paying 300, you're paying 295 right now, and there's a discount for a limited amount of time. That's important to keep in mind if you're making sorry, if you're making a request or a search engine for to book flights. Keep in mind that there's a limit. Okay, so if the user is with the same flight on the car on the card, uh, pending to pay for 3 hours. In that 3 hours, the price is changed. So you have to update update again that price. Okay, let's say, okay, it works. Um, can you try to get the prices? And anybody? Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. Uh, no? Okay, no questions. Okay, that's cool. Okay, let's say, okay, let's change this, get the actual offer. Okay, so let's say we want to actually book this flight. Okay, there's another endpoint. We're just testing this. Okay, there's we'll be making the booking after and see how it works. Okay, so there's this booking, flight create order. Okay, flight offer. Okay, so we have the offer, the final offer, confirmed that it's available, it's the same price, and it's incredibly amazing. And now we want to fly to book the order. Okay, so here you will find this flight offer price data. Basically, it's this struct. Okay, flight offer price data. It's the confirmed one. Okay, it's this one. So you passed that here. So now we have the order we want to make. And let's try this. Let's see if it works. Barrier token, send. Travel ID not existing. Okay, okay. That's because we how many people were for this flight? Adults one. Okay, so there was children and infants. So let's make it simple and just put one adult. Okay. So we don't have to introduce like the information for 12 people. Okay, so we get the right flight for us. We confirm that the flight still exists and it's still available. Okay, we get the confirmation. Okay, it's still the same price, same for the same people. And now we want to make the order. Okay, we go here. Okay, so we pass all this flight offer. Send Trevor is not priced in some flights. Okay. Uh, that's delayed again. So contacts. Okay, let's see how many travelers there's here. Traveler one. Okay, so there's two travelers. Okay, and we just want to book one for one traveler. So the other one, we just delete the other one. Okay. Segment cell schedule change detected between segment request and actual segment cells is exceeding 15 minutes. Okay, so this kind of errors, it's just because we're using the test. Okay, so the API basically consists in two parts. Okay, the production environment and the testing one. And in the testing one, the prices are not in real time. Okay, so when you use this flight orders booking uh, endpoint, it will take the real data from real flights. Okay, so that means that, for example, this flight, it was catched for the testing purpose, but now it's not available. Okay, let's see if we can get another one. Okay, let's say this one. Okay, let's say we want to offer pricing. Okay. Okay, this is not Okay, it's this one. Let's get the pricing. Okay, we copy the final confirmation. Let's try to book this one. Segment sell. Okay, so this still is still available in real time. So we were able to book it. Okay, let's start here. Okay, what we are doing here. We have the confirmation of the order. Okay, we find the offer here. We find the flight offer, the segments, the prices, the whole thing. Okay, this is with stops. It stops in from Barcelona to Dubai. Oh, okay, Dublin. I think this is Dublin. Yeah, this is Dublin. Makes sense. And from Dublin to JFK. So here we have two itineraries, round trip, 4 segments. Okay, 2 segments for the first flight and 2 segments for the second for the round trip. So we take the offer we like the most. Okay, we just copy it. Okay, or you can just copy it like this, and then we go to test that Amadeus shopping flight offer pricing. Okay, so here you just um, that just copy and paste the offer you're looking for, and just hit send, and you will get a confirmation. Okay, if the price changes, you will get if the price changes, you will get a message like before, and if not, you'll not get a message. So that's simple. And once we have the confirmation, we copy the confirmation, this part. Okay. Okay, here we have again the dictionaries, the booking requirements, and all that stuff. And you just copy and paste it here. Okay, this is the flight. Let's call it the flight offer confirmation. Okay. Um. Okay, let's call it the confirmation. And here we have to add the travelers. Okay, this is the flight orders, the booking itself. When you just want to book the flight, you add these travelers struct array, and you have, okay, let's contract this documents. Okay, you have ID one. Okay, this is the traveler ID. If there's more than one, there's ID 1, 2, 3 till 7, or the limit. Date of birth, 16 of. Okay, this is, it's not me. Actually, let's say it's. Let's say it's me. From 99, 9 of May. And here the name, George, let's say Neufal, blah blah blah. Okay, blah blah. It's not my last name. It's just I don't know, blah blah. Gender male or female. The contact. This one will be the same for the whole passengers, because yeah, you just need one contact person, not for the travelers, just for the flights. Let's say if there's any change or something. You put the email address, the phones, its mobile, the country code, and the number. Okay, this is the contact person. And in the documents, you just put the documents of the passenger itself. Okay, so this is the traveler ID, their birth name, documents, and this contact can be the same for all the travelers, because it's the same one. Okay, the passport. You can add a passport, or you can add a visa or whatever, and you can complete. Yeah, this is for each passenger. Say number PAM 25. Nah, let's invent this. Make it out. And the expiration date, issue country, Spain, holder. Okay, so this is the information you need. Okay, in this case, general insurance online booking from Incredible Viajes. Okay, oh, okay, so this is just a text you can add to be shown. Ticketing agreement, delay to cancel. Okay, there's different agreements. We'll be getting into that later. Basically, there's some flights that you cannot cancel them, or you cannot change them. Well, actually, you can, but with an overcharge, like for, I don't know, maybe it's a flight that costs you 300 euros, and you have to pay 250 to change the date. So you just get a new flight, and it's less expensive. Well, cheaper. And okay, so the contacts, the same here. You just put the contact you want for the reservation, for the whole reservation. And here's the information of the traveler. Contacts. Okay. Blah blah blah. If it's a company, the purpose, or yeah, all the rest. And yeah, there you have. This is the response you get. You'll get a confirmation of your flight that you just booked. It's basically the same as before, without some information. Well, with some more information. For example, the CO2 emissions. This is important because sometimes maybe in, okay, let's see if there's website, any website. eDreams. I don't know if you know about this, but basically it's a website to book some flights. Yeah. Search flight. Let's see if they add the CO2 emissions, because nowadays with all this policy, pollution policy, and all these government restrictions to some companies with the emissions, it's quite important because you can uh okay, yeah, can you see here, like 10% less CO2, and this is 13% less, 13, 18. Well, this is, they don't have any emission restrictions. 10% less. Okay, so this is because some people um, take it really seriously because it's a serious problem, and they just take some flights that they have low CO2 emissions to, I don't know, maybe just help the planet to with the pollution. So this is important. If you want to add this information with the flight, it's a good trick. Well, not a trick, but yeah. I don't know, DFK to CMN. Okay, so we're going to Casablanca to Morocco. I don't know why. Uh, yeah, it's Casablanca Airport. Um, I don't know why, because it's like um actually I'm from Morocco. I've been living in Spain for like 20 since I was 2 years old. But yeah, I don't understand why. Okay, Casablanca is here, so it's a flight that goes from JFK to JFK. Okay, let's see, to Casablanca. Okay, flight. Okay, so this is the first segment, Casablanca to well, sorry, JFK to Casablanca, and from Casablanca to Barcelona. Okay. Okay. I don't know. It's a long trip. At this is, I think, an Italian airline. It's, oh, okay. It's Royal Air Maroc. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, so you have the CO2 emissions, number of stops, ID 7. This is the segment ID. It will be here 8. The currency. Okay, so it will be 467 euros to go round trip from into New York, from Barcelona to New York. Well, Barcelona to Casablanca, Casablanca to New York, and then come back. Fair enough. 467. Grand total for 67. Here you have all the travelers. Okay, so here you have the taxes. Okay. Okay, so the price is this one. Okay, in this case, the base is 1. I don't know why, and hold the other price is taxes. Okay, if you, let's see, MA taxes, Amadeus, what it stands for. Amadeus let's say Amadeus taxes. If you have any question, just please put it down. Oh, I think it's okay. I think it's the countries, the name of the countries. US. I don't think it's the countries. Well, it's some taxes you have to pay. I don't know. Yeah, there you go. Taxes. The base price, I think it should be more. Refundable taxes. Okay. Oh, okay. So you don't pay them actually because they're refundable. So basically, what you need to know is the total because that's what the user will pay. Yeah, and there you have some some information of the cabin, the fare basis, to the okay, the check bags. It's an important thing. Later on, well, actually, it's tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow will be the second. I think yeah, tomorrow or I don't know. Well, depending on which time zone you are, but I have another session. It's called what it's called. Yeah, it's called the same one as this one. Yeah, Introduction to Flight and Hotel Booking Part 2. And in this session, we'll be coding in the actually getting the code done for with um, with this API to get all the information and use it actually and to see how we can create an app or code to find this these flights and book. Okay, so it's just bringing. Sorry. Okay. Um. Okay. So the bags. Later on I will show you how to you can include the bags because some of them are already included because they you pay them. It's quality so low. It took me a minute, but fresh browser and it worked. Quality so low. Santosh, what do you mean with quality so low? Quality so low. Okay. Yeah. So tomorrow there's the second session. We'll be coding actually the I don't know, maybe a program or something just to get all these requests and all this information so you can build maybe a website to book these flights or an app or something. And we'll be going through this first session. It was actually to see how the API works and how you can search for the information and how you can get your hands with it and what everything is for and how it works to get a ticket from an airline and all the processes. And yeah, if we have time, we can include also hotel booking. It will be a really interesting part of hotel search and shopping, and how you can get like hotels, the a list of hotels. Okay, let's try this one. Rare token. Maybe the token is okay. It's expired. Okay, let's get another one. No problem with that. Okay, find hotel. Okay, this is a new one. Okay, so this is the hotels part of Amadeus, and yeah, here we have the Yata code. It's all from Paris. Yes, city code is Paris. Say Delhi. What it would be? Delhi code. Delhi airport code. Okay, Delhi. Let's say in Delhi. Okay, so in Delhi you have all these hotels available to book. Let's say welcome hotel. Let's look for search this one. Okay, so there you have this one here. You have the geocodes, the latitude and longitude. This is, for example, if you have I don't know, let's say a website, a booking hotel booking website, and you just want to display a map uh, in one part, just a map, and in the other part, the results, and the user can see where the hotels are located. So you can use latitude and longitude and to place them into uh, here API. Yeah, this one, for example, Google Maps API. Yeah, Google Maps API basically. So here, for example, um, let's say, for example, here in Spain, there's a website called Buddy. I just want to show you an example. Buddy rooms. Okay, so I'll try to. Okay, okay, let's Buddy. Say in Barcelona. Okay. So let's say you have a website like this, okay, and you have a hotel booking website. Here you can find all the hotels. Well, in this case, it's just rooms for rent in Barcelona. Let's say, I don't know, for example, this one is 1,300 euros a month for this room. Let's say instead of rooms, you have all these hotels here, and with the latitude and longitude, basically you can place them in this map. With they use in this case the Google Maps API, as you can see. Yeah, it's the Google Maps API. You can use the Google Maps or whatever. And in this case, you can place like all the hotels here, and the user can just click into the hotel and see how it is and how far is it from the city. Because sometimes when you look for hotels on some websites, you need to search that hotel in Google Maps to see how far is it from the airport or from the center or anything. So yeah, that's how you can use this latitude and longitude. Um, okay, let's see. Let's see here. If I have any question. Okay. I will be just posting here my create banner. Okay, so this is my username of the Discord. You can just text me if you have any question, you need any help. I can just connect with you on a Google Meet or something and just solve some issues, or if you have any registration doubt. If it, I don't know if Amadeus, I don't know where you're from. Some of you are from India, as I could see, and I think Amadeus is 100 operating in India, so there's no problem with that. But if you're from a country that um, it's not well, Amadeus doesn't provide service in. I don't think so because Amadeus is quite giant one. But yeah, if you if you have any questions, uh, just text me on Discord, and I'll be with you ASAP. And take in mind that I'm in Spain, so maybe the time zone is different. So yeah, but don't hesitate to text me, or if you have any question or um, uh, requirement, or do you need some help to use the API or with the code. As I told you, tomorrow we'll be doing, well, I don't know if it's tomorrow. I need to check that. Uh, yeah, in a couple of days, I think. Well, depending on the time zone, we have the second session, and we'll be discussing some code and making some cool stuff. So if you need some help to set up the environment and the API or the Postman or something, don't hesitate to text me so we can set it up for the next day, and you can just code and have some fun. So yeah. So yeah, I'll be leaving this here. If you have any question, as I told you, just whatever is M&S will be open all the time. Will be locked. No, it's open. Um, it's open. Here you can if you have a fork of this, you can use it whenever you want. So I think there's no problem with that. In this case, I need to get a couple of yeah. There's no problem with Postman. You can play with it the whole night. Just take in mind that if you get a message of error or it fails, keep in mind that you have to go here to token in the body, put your client ID and secret, client secret, and just hit send, and you will get a new access token. Okay, with an expire time. So when this expires, the token will not work. So you'll need to create another one. To see the information of the token, just go here, security or auth token. In the second one, it's a GET request, and you'll get how many time you have left. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, no worries. So yeah, as I told you, anything, just hit me up in um, in in Discord, and I'll be here to help you. Okay. Thank you so much for your time and patience, and hope you like it and you learned something new about how the travel industry works. It's not was in Discord, I guess. So hope you had fun. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Okay.